Hey Golf Gang, and welcome to the fourth weekly update of my PoE adventures. So today we're just going to go through what I've been up to in the last 7-8-ish days of Path of Exile. We're looking at the baby heist character right away, and as per my other videos, this character hasn't changed. It only really changes at the change of leagues, when there's a passive tree update, maybe a skill update. So this character pretty much never changes during the league, so there's no update on this character. We have a look at our other characters in standard. The Blade Vortex character hasn't changed. It has gone up one level to 91. I'm not sure if that was in the last one or not. We did get up to here, so we got to about 80-90% of XP, almost to level 92. And then I did a very stupid thing. I did a map when I was tired, approximately 18 hours ago from this time. No, not 18, what, 6, about 10 hours ago. It's 0600 on Saturday morning, so late Friday night. On the 11th of November is when I tried doing this, and I died twice. Impatience got the better of me. I was tired, I shouldn't have done it, and now it's cost me the better part of half a level. So the character hasn't really changed. It's all just ticking along. We've got some gems that have flipped. Where are they? We managed to flip power charge on quick strikes, and that's now leveling up at 20%. Herald of Purity, Herald of Ash also flipped, and I think there was a couple of others that flipped. So the passive tree on this one is still the same. There's nothing much changed. We are just waiting for that extra level, and then we should be able to do some things. Maybe I think it's an endurance charge next. This character hasn't changed. It's the bossing character. The Delirium character is still level 97. We have done some more maps, but at 97 the XP starts to get a little bit harder. So as you can see, oh excuse me, I'm tired. We're at 26% of level 97, so highest I've ever been on any single character in PoE. And again, this character hasn't changed at all. It's just continues to do what it does. Our level 96 point was more AoE, and then our level 97 point was more AoE, and then we'll go up and get Amplify at level 98, and then 99 and 100 is probably going to be this dual socket, at which point, or this one, at which point we may look at getting a timeless duel, or more likely it will be a Watcher's Eye. But one of those dual sockets will be got for our final two levels. Explosive Arrow character is level 87 now. Not sure if that's the same. Yep. We haven't done a lot with this character over the last week. In fact, I think this is the first time it's been logged on. We've got a ton of stuff here. That blueprint is ready to go, so I need to do these 5 contracts in the blueprint. I'll probably do that today. Nothing's changed on this character at all, simply because I haven't played it. Our heist is looking pretty good. These are the contracts I've gathered in the last 7 days through playthrough, so we just need to do those as well. I also rolled this disguise kit. We got the alt rolled the 10% reduced to travel free as a suffix. We auged into the +1 of all levels, regaled into the experience, and X-slammed into the ring cut reduced. So it's got one completely useless mod on there. However, it does have the +1 level to all jobs. So I don't know whether I'm going to use it or sell it. So it's still sat there. It's been sat there for about 2 weeks now, and I really don't know what to do with it. I may sell it and try and roll another one for myself, because somebody out there might want that one. I don't know yet. That's why it's sat there. I don't know what to do with it. This passive tree hasn't changed, I don't think. We've got the Timeless Jewel here, the Glorious Vanity, which changes this into Corrupted Soul, which has made this character feel so tanky. This particular one, 7484, Sacrifice in the Name of Doriani. We got chance to deal double damage plus 25% increased fizz damage. We are converting some of that into various elemental damage, mana, area damage. Explosive arrow is AoE tagged. Mana regeneration, which is really good, and then obviously Corrupted Soul. Overall, it's not a bad Timeless Jewel. It's not a great Timeless Jewel. I know there's better ones out there, but that requires currency. And we've also got this life node going into herbalism to get even more life, because our life pool is a little bit low for some of the content we want to do, i.e. level 83 blueprints. Contracts are fine. Once you start getting into blueprints, it is a bit dicey. We've got to watch as I sat here. This one I've had for a while. It was originally on my first Raider heist character, and then it's just been stashed and moved. So we do have vitality and grace, so we get the increased movement speed, the blind effect if I get hit, and obviously the percentage life regen, which has also helped us keep alive. I would love it to be a 6% increased energy shield and 6% increased life, but that costs divines, and the other rolls are pretty good. The chance to blind is irrelevant really, because it means hitting us. The life regen is a bit meh, but that movement speed is 1 off max, and I'm a bit worried if I divine it, it's going to go down to 10. So, you know, it might be worth divining at some point, but right now, no. And then on to our final characters, our Death's Oath character, which does all our Blight Ravaged maps and Blight maps as well. We haven't done a lot of this character. We've done a few ordinary maps because the other characters were dying or whatever. Because it's the chaos damage and dot damage, this character generally does mop up as well. We're getting almost halfway to 97. That's just going to be a few blighted maps and we'll shoot up. In regards to, yes, let's get rid of that for a minute. Yeah, I will go through those uniques in a moment. In regards to the library, which is my quest to get a stack of every divination cards, we haven't added any this week, unfortunately. I haven't been playing as much PoE as I would like to this week. I've been playing a lot of Battle Brothers, and I may do some videos on Battle Brothers in the future. So yeah, that has taken a hit. I have sorted out all my gems, so this is my gem collection. All these gems are 2020. Anomalous Detonate Mines, and Portal are all sat down there. I haven't yet managed to get my Vile Breach one yet. Every time I find a portal, I'm corrupting it, and yeah, I've not been successful so far. I refuse to buy one because they're giga expensive. This is the alt gem collection. It's actually going down because I'm not running blueprints, and I'm still doing maps with my staff. When this was released, I think it was I can't remember when it was released. You'll have to look it up. But I brought this for 30C. Someone obviously corrupted it. Got 6 whites, and yeah, so I got it for 30C, and I've been using it to level up my gems. Currently, we've got an enhance, a divergent eye shot, and a few woke gems in here. All on the quest to level them up for the collection. So then they'll sit in here. These are all leveling up They are 20% quality, but at various levels, so 19, 15, etc. Level 1's at 20%, and 2 down here. And then this is just a quad tab with gems that I can use for testing and builds and stuff. What's the point of selling them if I'm going to need them? Some of them are 2020s, some of them are just crap. We've redone our sell tabs. We've got a ton of beasts for sale when I've been sorting out my menagerie. So all of these are for sale. I just need to probably bulk sell them on TFT. Really, they're only rares, not reds. So nothing special. Yeah, and everything else is just selling. I sold a lot of that. This is the new 3 Divine tab, and I've reorganised my Giga Cell tab so it looks a bit more organised. I've done a ton of crafting. I've crafted some more cluster jewels, so they're going down. I haven't got anything worth enchanting on the replica Abyssus yet from Eternal Lab, so I need to do that. I'm probably going to wait now until 3.20 is released. I hope it's a good one, and then build an Uber Lab farmer, and then I'll just do the enchant that way. Not much in here. Again, I've not been doing much. I have got my passive tree set up for alva farming, because I have got a ton of alva missions. This was over 900, I think. It's down to 765. And I've got most of them are being sold. So let's have a look at our unique collection. Our all for one challenge. I know this is stuff called trade, and I could potentially buy most of them. My ruling, as soon as I found out about all for one, is that I'll only buy uniques that I cannot farm myself. To that end, we did buy a Crown of the Tyrant, which drops from all in Delve. So I'll mark that off of my checklist. Where are we? Where's my mouse? Oh, that's on that screen. Okay. Crown of the Tyrant. We remove. Pop. And then we find the helms. And we slide it in there. There we go. We've also got acquired an unyielding flame. So it's a shield. We pop that in there. Replaces the one I had, and I think I got rid of it at some point because it changed. They changed it, and I got rid of it. Run out of space on my legacy tab, so mark that one off as well. There we go. We've got a Hand of Thievant, which comes from rituals. Managed to get one of those. Oh. Delete that. There we go. Replica Here is Truth. We got not great rolls, but still, I might build a build with that at some point. That just leaves us 2 amulets now, which is Strangle Gasp and Ulnatul. So that one I'll farm. That one I'll have to buy because it's Uber Breachstones, I think. Let's get rid of Here is Truth. That brings us down to 62. Ural's Fostering. So pop that in there. There we go. List just 4 chests. This is why we're doing the Blade Vortex character, for the sole purpose of grinding Uber Legions to try and get a status prison to drop. I know it's very, very rare, but you never know. We are farming Betrayal, and I'll show you my Betrayal sheet in a moment. Next is Helms. So we've got our Sackwalls after sorting out our beasts. So I realised I had a Sackwall, so you run it. Sackwall's Flock. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. There we go. And then finally we've got, I have no idea how to pronounce that, but someone's Trickery. So it goes in there. These are both Incursion Temple drops. So we will get those eventually. Oh, I forgot to get a map. Hold on. And we also managed to get a replica Pillars of a Rune. So we take that off. There we go, and that brings us down to 58. Now let's see. Right, there we go. I've signed out of my Microsoft Office, so I can now bring my spreadsheet onto the screen. So this is the spreadsheet I have been using to record my gems, my cards, and my missing uniques. We only need 58 uniques, so most of them, as you can see, are either jewels, so all of the grand spectrums. There's quite a few there, and precursors, emblems, which come from vendoring the delve set of rings from the bosses. So more than likely these will end up being brought at some point. Again, I'm hoping to have a lab farmer soon, so I'll farm these. And they're all done by cost in the standard softcore market. The ones in pink are variable. Some of them are worth like 1 divine or even chaos. Others are worth a lot more. And I've just done them in pink just so I can put them in the 10 divine area, because the average cost of them all is 10 divines each. Got a few replicas here, or jewel. So this one, the Soul Ascension, is Uber Elder, so I'm going to have to buy that one. The replica for Forbidden Shaco is now a legacy. It's drop disabled, currently priced at 100 divines. And then Hate Forge and Mage Blood. So you can see the top 5, if you like. Squire, Stasis Prism, Hateforge, Mage Blood, and Replica Tukahama's Fortress is apparently the rarest, going for approximately 1 mirror. So I hope I get one of those myself. If I get a mirror, I may buy it just because it's easier. But getting a mirror obviously can be quite hard. I rely on drops for that. So this is the card list. Oh, sorry, that may be a bit bright for some of you out there with sensitivities. I apologise. So here's the warning. A bit late, but I admit, sorry. So I'm going to go back to that one. If you do have sensitivities visually, this is a bright yellow setting on a dark background. I apologise. I do need to sort it out and change a different colour, but at the moment it's stuck on yellow. So these are all the cards. I need 112. 2 of them are disabled, which is the Iron Bard, which gave a prophecy, and Birth of the Three, which is introduced to Talisman, and a card dropped before they had acts in the 10 acts in Path of Exile, when you had the different difficulty levels, much like you did in Diablo 3, where you would complete the game, it would get harder, and you'd have to complete the same acts again, but a slightly higher difficulty rating. They've never reintroduced the card, but it is still listed as a card in the card index. It's 3 per stack. You can only get them in standard softcore because it's drop disabled, and they run at about 2 to 5 divines each. The white ones are ones that have not been found a location yet, as per the Discord server for Divination cards. Still missing, even ones back from Archnem. They still don't know where they drop. So yeah, I've got one of Judging Voices, probably from a stacked deck I opened. So there's 112 of those. I've yet to fill out all of these because it takes a long time to input the data from the new PoE Wiki. It's just something I need to do, really. So yeah, that's the cards, and this is all my gems. So you can see here, these are the ones I've got at max level and 20% quality. It's quite a long list. I need to redo this differently so it's easier to track. This is a pain to update. but again, that's just time and designing a particular spreadsheet that I can use quite well. So that's my spreadsheet. The only thing I was going to show you now is my my Jun sheet. Show investigation. There we go. So we aim to try and put. It's a bit of a mess. I don't particularly want to run Katrina, which is why it's only 66%. I'm trying to get my board set up first. I've got a few loose people. At the moment, we are trying to get Elrion into the fortification area, because that's where he drops unique armor, and that is where the cloak drops. So he needs to be shunted into there, and he's being very stubborn. He keeps wanting to join Divination or transportation, never fortification. It's annoying. And I also want to try and get Janus, who's not on the board yet, so I need to kick out Guff, Corel, or Jorgen, out to try and get him in. So that's also a pain. I'm not too bothered about Janus. It's Expedition Scarabs. And this board is different to the one I would run in League, because on this one in Standard I won't be running Ailing. She gets kicked out, because I can't be bothered to sit there and wait hours to sell the Unveil. Whereas in a League, the T4 Ailing Unveiling, especially at the first couple of weeks of League, will sell quite nicely on TFT. Selling that in Standard can take a while if you don't time it right, so I just don't bother. So that's my betrayal board. And then finally, I'm working on these missions. I'm doing Alva first. Once Alva is down to somewhere a bit akin to this number, then I will switch over and do some beast farming and get my beast missions down. That is the plan. Whether it works or not is dependent on how much time I dedicate to PoE. As I said to you, I am running a lot of Battle Brothers at the moment. I really enjoy that game, and I may do a video at some point. So yeah, that's where we're at. Apologies for all the sniffing. I do have a blocked nose this morning. I'm not sure why, but there we go. We did sell one of our big ticket items, so we've got a stash of 13 divine orbs at the moment, which for me is amazing. I love it. I like looking at it. It's pretty cool. I still haven't recouped our exalted orbs, simply because I'm not running harbingers for the exalted shards, and I haven't done a lot of heist this week. I did a few baby heist runs and generated loads of chaos recipe stuff, which this is all pretty much dedicated to baby heist level 60, 61 contracts and the chaos recipe. Got up to about 500 chaos, and then my menagerie got full. So every 3 to 4 months my menagerie gets full and I have to empty it, and the easiest way to do that is just to buy these beastry orbs from Einar at 1C a pop, stick them in an itemized thing, and then try and sell them. If they don't sell, then I take them out of here. I go to somewhere like Delve or the menagerie itself. I just drop them on the floor, or I can just destroy them. I prefer dropping them on the floor because it looks pretty, and then I just log out and they're gone. But I try and sell them just to recoup some. These are all below 70. These are level 70s, and these are 80 to 82s. I keep all the 83 beasts. Speaking of which, where's Einhard? There he is. So this is what my beastry is looking like now. As you can see, I've done some. I've done the felines and the primates and the canines and the ursai, no idea, and naturals. I've got avians to do, so there's 171 of those. As you can see, there's a lot here. There's an 83, but that's 1 out of 9. So all of these will have to be gone through, picked out, and changed. I could just leave them and they'll slowly get deleted, but you have no control. It's always the oldest one, and I don't want that. I want to keep my 83s, so anything I do menagerie wise will be eye level 83, much like on the line of what Lighty does in his All for One challenge, is you retain beasts that can get gear. I can't note them because I'm in trade, so I can't put a note on these. Whoops. Oh well, never mind, that's going to cost me a C to get that one out. I can't add a note without making this public, so what I have to do is make it public, not index it, not index everyone, and then I can add a note, I think. Not sure, I'll have to try that. So what you do then is you keep these ones that create items. So if a new one gets added, then you can spam your bestiary and then, you know, get it out. So it's a Pharaoh ape. So I need to. So this is what you would do. Or this is what I do. I'll show you how to grab one from the bestiary. I would normally drop my portal scrolls back in there. We go up to Ironheart. We go V bestiary, captured beasts. Click on Ironheart, purchase items. So that's there as well. And in this case, we're looking for a specific one, which is the ape. Right click the bestiary orb and grab the creature and put it there, and that's all I would do. But so in this case, I know I need to do avians, so I type in avians here. It brings up all 171 avians. We would buy a stack of bestiary orbs for 10C by clicking shift and left click, put them where the portal scrolls are because they won't be there, and then just right click capture every single non-level 83 one, which as you can see is quite a few, and I've got to do that for all the categories. It's a lot easier than going into the menagerie itself. If you didn't know, you can go into the menagerie depths, and this will show you, that's the leader I think, and this will show you where all your creatures are if you have any. So so try to pick these out, and it doesn't show you the level of the creature, so you'd have to go in the bestiary, find out what it was called, and then come here and try and find it. And then I don't even think you can click on them. You used to be able to click on them from here, but as you can see, they're all in their cages, much like an old time zoo. And some of the cages get quite full, like this one is massive because I don't think I've done this one yet. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain to do, but when you've got a ton of beasts in and you're actively playing standard, I went the wrong way. Huh? There we go. Back to the menagerie. There we go. So yeah, that's what I've been up to this week. Today I plan on doing a ton of heist, but I've also got family visiting. IRL family of coming in later today. So I may end up playing a different game or not playing at all, depending on what they want to do. My storage area is looking a lot better. We've increased some of the lower level ones. We're getting back to our jewelers, fusings and chromes. I have put chrome recipes 1x3 items on my filter, and then obviously fusings and orbs are coming from 6 socket / 6 link items, and I'm quite happy that we've got quite a few there. I haven't done my stack decks this week. That's where I normally sort out the cards. I'll probably leave that until next week, so I've got about 200 or so, and then just go and do that. We need to put this back in our non-sale beasts. There we go. There we go, and that's what we've been doing in this week. Lots of playtime for the HC SSF adventures. Please check out my video. I'm not going to show you the character listings because that is a bit of spoilers. Calandra wise, we've got our Tectonic Slam, and if you've been watching the videos for that, the character I played in BPL, the Scion Ascendant Lightning Strike character, is gone. As you can see, all the gear has been split up or sold, and this character is now just waiting for the end of Calandra League, waiting for it to basically come over into standard, so I can then test it more when I have got a lot more currency and a lot more items to play around with. So that's the idea. As you can see, my tabs are already ready for the transfer. I hope you spend some time doing your tabs. What eye level's that one? Oh god, that's a low eye level. Yuck. What's this one? 72. I'm just going to sell those. They're no good. No, eye level 73. Go away. Done. Boom, boom. So yeah, we've got all our maps sorted out. As you can see, I have not played Calandra a great deal. This one came from the guild stash. Someone had put it in there for people to use. It's corrupted with cannot regen, so I just put it in there because it's one. As you can see, I only ever got up to about tier 5 maps. Ran a couple of T6 ones in Calandra. League was just terrible for me, so you can see how good the League was by how many maps I have in my Legacy map tab. That's a whole different video. And that's just some heist stuff I've got, which I'll take over with me into standard, and I'll run from there. And this is all the chaos recipe stuff again. I'll take that over and put it in that tab, and that's just all my empty stash tabs. So this is what it really should like when you're going over to standard. Anything you want to keep is in one tab. Everything else is just gone, either vendored or sold very cheaply into chaos/divines for later use in standard if you ever want to collect anything in there. That's the end of this weekly video. I know it's a bit of a long one. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy recording them. They will continue. Stay safe in Rogue Harbour.